For every founder, there comes this moment of truth. You've poured your entire life's work into building something magnificent. But how do you make sure that all of that, the entire enterprise, all that hard-earned wisdom is secured for generations to come? Let's dive into that.
And this really is the central question, isn't it? The very success and scale you've built, well, that creates a whole new kind of challenge. As the organization gets bigger, complexity can become the single greatest threat to your legacy. So how do you actually defend against it?
This brings us right to what we call the founder's dilemma. See, what got you here, your instinct, your drive, that personal touch, that won't necessarily get the organization through the next 50 years. The bigger you get, the more vulnerable your original vision becomes.
I mean, think about it. As the company expands into new business units, new regions, new markets, things naturally start to pull apart. You start to see strategy from the top not quite matching the execution on the ground. Crucial knowledge starts walking out the door as your trusted leaders retire. And pretty soon, each division is building its own way of doing things, creating these silos that stop you from unlocking the real value of your scale.
So what's the solution? Well, it all starts with a really fundamental shift in your thinking. The key is to evolve from relying on a brilliant founder to building an equally brilliant institution. It's about making your wisdom permanent.
And this slide, wow, it just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the company's magic, living in these really fragile places. Your intuition, the memory of key leaders, informal networks. It's incredibly powerful, but it's also temporary. The goal is to move everything to the right, to codify that magic into a permanent digital system that the entire organization can tap into and build on.
And that's the whole point, right? It's not about replacing great leadership, it's about empowering it. When you translate that gut instinct into repeatable, scalable systems, you give the next generation of leaders a clear playbook. This gives you confidence that the enterprise is going to be led with discipline and continuity long into the future.
Okay, so how do you actually make this institutional memory real? You build a unified operating system for the entire enterprise. Seriously, think of it like a central nervous system for your whole business. The architecture here is both simple and incredibly powerful. It aligns the whole organization top to bottom. The group center sets the core strategy. The business units digitize how they work to execute on that strategy. But the real magic, that happens horizontally, connecting these units to map out value chains and find all those hidden synergies.
And here's the payoff. When you connect everything, you stop seeing a collection of silos, and you start seeing a single, connected value system. This is what lets you create a unified customer experience, get end-to-end visibility on your processes, and centralize critical governance from ESG to global standards. This is where you unlock exponential value.
But to really turn transformation into a science, you need more than just a system. You need intelligence. By embedding AI-driven insights right into this framework, you can move past risky, one-off experiments and start managing change with predictable, data-backed precision.
So let's look at how this system actively secures the future. Because this isn't just about preserving the past, it's about embedding intelligence into the very core of your organization so you can win tomorrow.
This entire system really rests on 4 pillars of intelligence, and together they create this 360-degree view of the transformation landscape, giving your leaders the clarity they need to act decisively.
First up, you've got transformation intelligence. This lets your leadership model the future before they commit millions in resources. You can literally wargame different scenarios and build data-driven roadmaps to de-risk your biggest initiatives.
The second pillar is process intelligence. This one dives deep into your current operations. It uses data to automatically find bottlenecks, sniff out waste, and pinpoint the best opportunities for automation. It just makes the whole enterprise leaner and more efficient.
Third, and this one's absolutely crucial, is people intelligence. This makes sure you have the right talent to win. It helps you identify capability gaps, measure how ready your teams are for change, and develop that next generation of leaders. And finally, the fourth pillar is change intelligence. This helps you manage the critical human side of transformation. It can actually predict where you'll face resistance, how quickly people will adopt new ways of working, and even when your teams might be suffering from change fatigue. So here's the bottom line. Waiting is just not a viable option anymore. Every single day, complexity increases, the risk of knowledge loss grows, and customer demands get way more sophisticated. The pressure is building, and securing the future really requires a new level of institutional discipline. And the way forward isn't some massive multi-year Big Bang project. It's a clear, tangible next step, a focused pilot program. This lets you prove the system's value inside your own organization, validating that synergy potential and showing the capability uplift in a controlled, measurable way.
So this leaves us with one final powerful question. You've built something absolutely incredible, but is it built to last? Is the wisdom, the culture, and the value you've created truly embedded in the DNA of your enterprise, ready for the next century?